Hello everybody and a good day to you all. Today I'm talking about Fire Force Season 1, Episode number 15, The Blacksmith's Dream. In this episode here, we have the 8th, and with the help of the 5th Battle Commander, Princess Havana, working together to try to come up with a solution to pretty much stop these evangelists, trying to find out who they are, what their purpose is, what they're trying to do, and then put a stop to this. And then they get introduced to a new guy here, a scientist named Victor Lech, who wants to help them on their mission. At the same time, he's also very obsessed with Shinra, and he also was the same guy who was working with the Joker that attacked Shinra the first time, who also knows about his backstory about his brother and everything. So, can we trust this guy? I don't know, but he popped up out of nowhere. He showed up here, so he's offering help, so we'll see. And he tells them about this engineer named Vulcan, who's very skilled, who's very amazing at what he does, and all these other battalions that try to recruit him, and he pretty much rejected them all because he hates the Fire Force. So you have Shinra's commander pretty much tells Shinra, Arthur, and Iris to go talk to this guy and then try to recruit him. But don't lie to him. Don't try to finesse him. Just tell him the truth. Tell him what's actually going down. And then, if he decides to come on board, he comes on board. Presto changeo. So they go off to meet this guy, and they already have a rough start because they got cans flying at their heads, knocking them out, and every time they try to approach, they can't really get through. And then they meet this little boy there, who named Yu, who pretty much is like an apprentice to Vulcan, learning every possibly can from him, so he want to be an engineer himself. And he tried to, and since he likes Shinra and them, he said, okay, how about this? I'll help you get inside, I'll let you in, and then that maybe he might change his mind if you just talk to him. I kind of like y'all. I like your vibe. You're putting a lot of good things out there, and I like how you put it out. And I think Vulcan might like it too. And then they also get introduced to Lisa, to this girl named Lisa, who you find out her backstory that Vulcan found her and pretty much took her in and gave her a place to stay. And so now it's sort of like a little bit of a family right there. You can introduce Vulcan, and Vulcan want no part of them at all. No part. Even though he says he likes them, even though he likes what they're trying to do, but he doesn't trust the whole Fire Force organization as a whole. So he says, nope, nope, nope. And while they're there trying to get him to join their side, another battle commander comes in from the 3rd. He comes in and tries to get Vulcan on his side. And at the same time, you got the 8th trying to investigate all the other battalions to see if they're on the up and up or not, or they're on the dark side. And so we don't know for sure if this new battle commander who just came in now, who we have seen before, he introduced during that time of the meeting, is he good or is he bad or not? But Vulcan rejects him just like he rejects everybody else, so he goes about his business. And then Vulcan pretty much, you find out what Vulcan's dream is and what he wants to do. He pretty much wants to save the Earth, and he wants to pretty much save the animals. And he shows you, he has this the little thing he created that pretty much gives you like a whole 3D image of the world he wants to make and animals he wants to save, and it looks so beautiful and stunning and very touching and very moving. And you get more insight on what his motivations are or where he's coming from, and at the same time he's still rejecting the people who he wanted to be with. But the thing is, though, you already know from the start that he's going to join the 8th, so it's not really no shocker there because you see it on the intro. So it already been spoiled. The show spoiled it for you, so you already know how it's going to end. But the thing is, though, just watching the journey and how we got to that point is the interesting thing. And then to make things more intense and more crazy, you got Shinra at the end. His spider sense goes off, something bad is going to happen. But on a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, we get to see Shinra's brother, who is in charge of the evangelists, which is really messed up. So now we're eventually going to have the two brothers fighting one another. So that's not going to be good. And I don't know why his brother had to be an albino and evil. What's up with albinos? Every time they have introduced an albino or something, they're always a bad guy. I don't think I've ever seen an albino that was good. Every time they show an albino, they're always evil. That's kind of messed up. But Oh well, it is what it is. I guess I don't know. I don't know how that started, how that trend started. Is the maybe people are afraid of albino, so they're making the bad guy. I guess maybe. But either who, we see his brother, and I don't know exactly what his power is. But I'm looking forward to seeing when Shinra finally sees his brother, and he's working for the bad guys. And the thing is though, both of Shinra and his brother had the same they don't have the same they both are power kinetics, and then they both are third generation, but they don't. But the thing at the same time, they both had the bola burst thing, that whole demon fire thing. They both have that, and that's why a lot of the time when the evangelists see Shinra in action and see him using his powers, they're thinking, "Dude, you're on the wrong side. You should be with the demons. You should be a demon like us." Because their leader, his brother, is like him. So, again, looking forward to seeing that fight. Overall, this is a very sweet episode at the same time too. Not really a lot of action happened. I like this new character Vulcan. I really do like. I like him as a whole, and his crew that he has with him. I really do like them, and a nice introduction to this character. Like you said, you know his motivations, with how he feels about things, and you also can see his skills and what he is capable of doing. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to how they're going to transition over to the 8th, and how he's going to help them in their fight against the Evangelists. So overall, like I said, a great episode. Really enjoyed it a whole lot. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode of Fire Force. If you haven't been watching it, check it out for yourself. Hope when you watch it, you will enjoy it. Have fun watching it too. So give my channel a big like, hit the thumbs up, shaboop, and subscribe to my channel and share. I would appreciate it. Like I always say, in my dreams in my life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.